Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my August update for my deco painting project pan that was created by Emily McKennis, who will be linked down below, as well as the playlist for this project and all of the other information that you might be interested in knowing. If this is your first time catching a deco painting project pan video, I highly recommend you watch Emily's intro video. She does a really nice job of explaining all of the rules to this project, and there are like more like rules or just like moving parts than your average project pan. So again, check out Emily's introduction if you're wondering about how this project is specifically working. But I do have my update obviously to share with you guys, so if you're interested in seeing my progress on the products that I've been working on in this project, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project painting content, or you just like to chit chat about makeup, I would love if you would consider subscribing. Before moving on, I do post 4 videos a week, and other than that, let's get into the update. So this is the first update in this project where I don't have anything to roll out, which is a little bit of a bummer, but I am going to draw a card kind of like Emily does, whether or not I'm rolling a product out. So I'll just be adding another project to this project, regardless of the fact that I didn't hit my goal yet on any of the products. So that being said, let's start with the product that has currently, I believe, been in this project the longest, and that is this Urban Decay Gwen Stefani lip liner in the shade Ex-Girlfriend. As you can see, I feel like I'm making decent progress on this. I probably have like half or a little bit less than half of your average lip liner left. This I rolled in for the prompt a pencil. I chose a lip pencil obviously, and I have been wearing this quite a bit. I am really excited and happy with the progress. I will post like my line markings over here, and I'm really excited about the actual visible progress that I've seen with this lip liner. Lip liner is not something that I wear on like an everyday basis, so it really does take me reminding myself to actually put it on to get through my lip liners. I don't believe I've ever finished up a lip liner before, but I've been doing a lot more like cool toned looks, and this pairs really nicely with cool tones. I actually love this shade, and I'm really sad that this is limited edition and I can't get this anymore, because in terms of lip liners, I feel like this is like my perfect lip liner shade. But my goal is to finish this. I'm sure this will take me until the end of the year if I'm even able to finish it, but I am really excited about the progress that we saw this last month. Next up, I have been working on this Tarte H2O lip gloss. The card that I selected for this one, the prompt that I selected for this one was my largest category, and my largest makeup inventory category in my makeup collection is my gloss collection. So I selected this one from Tarte because I thought it was a really fun shade for the summertime. I will say I was not that great at remembering to reach for this one, so I really need to push this last, we just have a few days left of like summer until we reach September. So I really need to push to get some good use on this. I have 2 line markings. So this is when I rolled it in. Last update, I didn't really have any visible progress to show. And I guess I did make some decent progress, but I just don't feel like I reached for it all that much. I definitely could have done a better job. So this is the visible progress on this. Both my Gwen Stefani lip liner as well as this saw no weight change. So my Gwen Stefani lip liner has been 4 grams pretty much this entire project, still weighing 4 grams. This was 22 grams last update. It's still 22 grams today. Next up, I have been working on this primer. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Face Primer. So this is technically a lowest rated product. That's the prompt that I selected this for, but this isn't even like a low rated product. I was just in a rush that day and I wanted to choose a primer to work on, so I chose the primer in my collection that had the lowest rating, and this still gets like 4 stars I believe out of 5 on the either Ulta or Sephora website. So when I rolled this in, I had quite a bit left. This is where we were at when we rolled it in. When we rolled it in, it weighed 43 grams. Last update, I made significant progress, although I do think I got like an air bubble out. And the weight change from the first update to last update was 9 total grams of progress. So we were at 34 grams last update, and I have still been working on this diligently, and now I am about right here, and we saw a weight change of another 5 grams of product. So we went from 34 grams to 29 grams. I would say have 2 months of still consistent progress. This isn't the primer I reach for every day, but I would say I reach for this probably half of the time that I do my makeup. I actually love this primer, and I would love to finish up more primers this year, but the primer category in my makeup collection isn't something that's currently stressing me out. Like, I actually feel like it's more controlled than in years past. This is something I would repurchase eventually down the road. I do still have the Urban Decay All Nighter Glow Primer as well. But I prefer this one actually over the Glow Primer. I don't know, I just like, if I had to choose between the two and I don't feel like I need both of them, I would choose this one. So eventually I will own this again. Perhaps I'll repurchase it during the Sephora VIB sale. So that would be nice if I could finish this one before the Sephora VIB sale, but that is my progress on that. And then 2 updates ago, I did draw the Joker card, which correlates to the prompt, "Are you joking?" And you have to select a product in your makeup collection that you just really do not feel like panning. And so for that, I selected 2 of my MAC pigments because I never, ever, ever, ever reach for my pigments. So I have the MAC Blue Brown as well as the MAC Gold Stroke pigment. I gave myself a goal of reaching for each of these 15 times. So 15 for this one, 15 for this one. Last update, I was at 4 total uses for this, and I reached for this one an additional 3 times, putting me at 7 total uses on the bronze one. I actually went down a gram, so I was at 13 grams last update. I'm at 12 grams this update for the Gold Stroke shade. And then for the Blue Brown, I had 2 uses on this last update, and I used this an additional 1 time. I used this today, just a little bit like tapped out in my corner. So I'm only at 3 total uses, and this is still weighing 12 grams like it has since the introduction. And then the final product I have to share my progress on is this single shadow, which I selected for the prompt, a Black owned makeup brand. This is a single shadow from JD Glow, which I absolutely love. This is in the shade Good God, and this weighed 5 grams last month. It weighs 5 grams now. My goal is to hit pan on this. I will say this is very neglected. I only reached for this, I believe, 2 times since rolling this in, one of them being today. I just have not remembered to reach for this. This is its swatch. Really, really beautiful, really intense if you do like a full swatch, but I also like to just like tap my finger in and then kind of use this as a lid tapper shade too. Still really intense, and just so beautiful, but I didn't reach for this a ton. I think it'll still take me a couple months to hit pan on this, but hopefully I'll be able to show you guys at least a bigger dip on that one next update. Okay, so that is all my progress that I have to share. Like I said, I am still going to pick a card, regardless of the fact that I don't have anything to roll out. We'll just be adding another product to this project because I feel like the fun in this project is picking a card. So I'm gonna keep shuffling just a little bit. And again, if you have not seen the introduction, I highly recommend checking out Emily's intro that kind of explains everything. But there is a game board that correlates to obviously the 52 cards in a deck. The Joker is the Are You Joking? And I will post the game board right here so you guys can follow along, or I'll pick my card and then post the game board. So we get, I'm scared. Was actually not expecting this at all. I'm suddenly filled with like instant regret for wanting to pull in another product. So now I'll have 2 products that I really do not feel like panning. Okay, I gotta think about this. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I decided to have a little bit of fun with this one, and I am going with an eyeshadow from my Pat McGrath quad, and this is kind of like a 2-fold situation. So I am going to try to pan. We're gonna go for a pan because I'm a little bit disappointed in like my makeup panning journey this year, or not makeup panning, eyeshadow panning journey this year. But I'm gonna try and hit pan in this blue shade right here. And the thought of panning a blue eyeshadow that's like not like, there's a difference between like Good God, which is like a really light blue that I feel like I could get away with at work because you can kind of like make it like a like a wet sort of just like sheared out sort of situation. Like it works as like a one shadow and done sort of look. And then there's like this type of blue. So already the thought of panning a blue eyeshadow, just not that fun. And secondly, the thought of panning my Pat McGrath, like it's like I know I paid so much money for my Pat McGrath shadows, so there's that part of me that like reserves them for like special occasions rather than like actually trying to use and abuse it. And I just feel like I sort of neglect my Pat McGrath shadows because again, I've spent so much money on them. Like there's a part of me that just like doesn't want or doesn't feel like I should use them on an everyday basis. So I'm gonna go for pan in this blue shadow. So let me swatch it for you guys and show you what it looks like. So this is what that shadow looks like swatched. It is beautiful. I actually do have it on my eyes a little bit today, but just like super lightly tapped out. So I mean I could wear this look to work, but I just get really bored doing the same thing every day. So this is gonna be very interesting. We'll see how long it actually takes me to hit shadow, or hit pan. I have hit pan on one other Pat McGrath shadow, I believe, and it was definitely more neutral than this, and the pans are pretty deep. So I have a feeling this is gonna take me a long time. Fingers crossed, hopeful that I can do it by the end of the year, but that is gonna wrap it up for today's update for my Deco Painting Project Pan. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I would love to know if you've recently hit pan on anything, and I know I cannot wait to watch the playlist and see everyone else's updates. So thank you guys so much for sticking around to watch today's video and for supporting my channel as you always do. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.